So you would like to start practicing Qi Gong, and maybe you have read about it or seen some videos, or maybe even attended some classes, but you're not really sure how to start practicing on your own. Then this video is for you, because we're going to talk about 3 simple exercises that you can use to start building a solid foundation for your Qigong practice. So the Qigong is an ancient practice that comes from China, and the term literally translates into energy work or energy skill, or we can say the ability to use our energy actively to do some types of work. And we mainly do this using breathing techniques, movements with the body, and also visualization techniques. So before starting with these 3 exercises, I would like to say that it would be ideal to implement this exercise with a little bit of relaxation work or some stretching. And obviously it is very good if you implement a little bit of meditation during your days. In this way you can really increase the potential of this exercise. So these 3 exercises are very simple and basic moves that you can apply in your life. And even if you put 5 or 10 minutes of practice every day, you're going to be able to see consistent results and be able to more and more feel your energy, move your energy, and actively work with it. So the first exercise is going to be a standing meditation position. And for this exercise, we're going to take this position. And we're going to talk at first about the requirements for the stance. First of all, the feet are pointing forward, like this. The knees are relaxed and a little bit open, so they create an arch between your feet and your hips. Third point, very important, you want to create an anterior pelvic tilt. So basically, you want to turn your hips forward, neutralizing this natural curve in your lower back. But when you do this, you want to avoid to bring the hips forward. So you want to turn in, but still stay straight. The next point is going to be to create elongation in the spine. To do this, we think about pulling up our head from the top, from here, and at the same time, the bottom of the spine is pulling down. So we're going to look for the feeling of getting taller, of trying to stretch the spine like if you wanted to increase the space between the vertebrae. This is very difficult, and it's going to happen obviously not from one day to the next one, but we're going to continuously do our best to find this feeling of stretching and elongation in the spine. The next point is going to be relaxing the shoulders, so to increase the distance between ears and shoulders, so relaxing them down. The elbows are also relaxed and pulling down, and the palms are facing the lower abdomen. These are just some of the requirements for this position. I don't want to overcharge you with information. This is already a lot of things to think about. And what you want to do during this exercise at first is to try to maintain all these requirements at the best of your ability. So if you are doing it and you realize that your lower back is now turned out again, oh, you bring it back. If you realize you have stretched your legs, or that you are bent forward, or that you lose the alignment, continuously try to bring back yourself into this position. So we're going to use this exercise to relax and center ourselves for the practice. As we try to maintain the requirements that we have spoken about before, we try to pursue a deeper and deeper level of relaxation in the body, even if the position is a bit uncomfortable. As we do so, we bring our attention to the lower abdomen. So in this area of our body, there is an energy center that we call the lower dantian, or simply the dantian. That is where we accumulate the energy in our practice, and also the center that we're going to use to actively work with and move the energy. So in this practice, we simply relax, and bring our attention to the lower abdomen. You can imagine in there a sphere of more or less this size in the center of the lower abdomen. Maintaining a straight posture, maintaining the requirements of this posture, and observing the lower dantian. Whenever the mind gets distracted, you simply bring it back to the lower dantian. At the beginning, you can practice this exercise for a few minutes. You may find that already quite challenging. As you progress, you will find this position more and more comfortable. You will be able to relax deeper into it, and this will greatly help you to relax your body and open your energy flow. So this position with these strange requirements are designed specifically for that. So the next exercise, we're going to open our hands and bring the palms facing each other, still at the height of our lower dantian. And as we open, we breathe in. And as we close, we breathe out. When we close the hands, we want to imagine as if there was a magnetic field resisting the two hands to get together, like two magnets of the same sign. As we open, we want to imagine these two magnets pushing each other away. So in a sense, when we close the hands, we are going against the magnetic field. And when we open the hands, we go together with it. The hands want to open. And we look more and more for this feeling with this exercise. So this is to train ourselves to be able to feel this quality of the energy field, this magnetic force. To train ourselves to pay attention, to focus, to listen, to hear the energetical level of reality. Don't worry if at the beginning you don't feel anything, or if you have felt it yesterday and you don't feel it today. It's completely normal. Especially at the beginning, it will take a while, so really be patient, take it like a game, and have fun with it. The breath is extended and relaxed, so you want to make it longer and deeper, but without forcing it too much. You can imagine the center of the palms working with each other. So as I close, they are opposing each other, and also as I open, they push each other away. Yeah, this is a very important acupuncture point we're gonna use later on for our practice. It's good to start getting used to using the center of the palm to move energy. It's a very foundational and important skill for your Qigong practice. Also, as you do this exercise, the lower abdomen is working, the lower dantian is working. So when I open my hands, my lower dantian is sucking energy in. I'm breathing in my lower dantian and it's expanding. And as I close the hands, the energy is condensing in my lower abdomen. So I look for this feeling, opening, condensing. Opening, condensing. Also another variation of this exercise is to keep the hands more still, like this, or even completely still, and try to really create this feeling of density between the hands. You can play around, move it a little bit, or keep it completely still, or make more pressure or relax it. Feel free to play a little bit with it, looking for this feeling of energy. Then you can start again to move it, and maybe now you feel it more strongly. I'll repeat a few more times. For this exercise, the requirements for the posture are the same as the previous exercise, so the knees, the pelvis, the spine, the shoulders. It will take a while to make this natural and comfortable. So one more time, open and close. We close, bringing our hands on the lower dantian. Breathe in, breathe out. And the last exercise, we're gonna open the hands toward the outside with the palms facing up and going above the head and down from the front. As we do this, we breathe in. It's a quite long breath in, but still don't force it too much. At the top, we can hold the breath, and when we pass the face, we can breathe out. In, hold, out. Also, you can extend a little bit your legs, but not completely, as you come up, and bend them a little bit as you come down. Again, try to do it a little bit slow so that you feel that your breath is expanding, but not too much. So as you do this exercise, you feel your palms active, like in a previous one, and you look for this feeling of feeling the surrounding energy and actively moving it in this circular way inside the body. So opening, here we are collecting energy from the outside, bringing it up from the top of the head, coming down to a lower center and down. Open. So the surrounding space is full of energy. You can imagine the air, the space being dense, like a liquid. And you're creating a current, a movement in this liquid, creating the shape of a toroid. And the central line is your central line of the physical body. So your body is in the center of this current of energy that you are creating with your movements of the hands and also with your mind. Your mind follows the hands and visualizes this movement of energy, and you try to even feel it in your body as it comes down. We collect new energy, and as we come down, we try to relax and imagine old stagnant energy being released down in a relaxing way. The outer energy is fresh, is new, is alive, is bright. We bring it in and down. A few more repetitions. Really try to look for this feeling, to make them as real as possible, to feel it in your body, to see it in your mind, to really focus wholeheartedly on it. One more repetition, slower. You can imagine to expand, to open more to the outside, collecting more bright energy and bringing it down in and relax. Closing your hands on your lower dantian. You take a few breaths, imagining the energy accumulating there as we close the practice. And in here to finish, we're gonna rub our hands, make them warm, and give ourselves a little massage. Starting from the face and the head, and slowly going down our body. Massaging more or less our whole body. You can give more attention to the parts where you feel it's most needed. And after you finish with the massage, you bring the feet together. And I like to make a little bow at the end of the practice to appreciate and close formally the session. So that was it for today. With these 3 exercises, you already have a lot to work with and to start building your Qigong practice. If you're interested to know more or you want to go deeper, you can find more online courses or more content about this practice on our webpage, spiritartsacademy.com. And yes, have a good practice. See you next time.